Ladies and gentlemen and everything in between, hello, welcome to the channel. Today we'll be checking out arguably one of the best football players in all of history of football. His name is Cristiano Ronaldo. We're going to be checking out how the heck he's like such an icon, how he got to where he's at, what discipline does he do or practice, because it does take a lot to get to the stature that he's at. And also, side note, should we compare him in a reaction to Messi? I just saw that Messi is actually leaving Real Madrid, which I'm sure is like, has everybody frazzled. So if that's something y'all are interested in, let me know. But as for today, we're doing proof Cristiano Ronaldo is not human. I mean, his accolades speak for themselves, but let's just watch. Subscribe to me here, like the video. What other football content do y'all want to see? Let me know. And yeah, here we go. Hello?
Arguably one of, if not the greatest player to have ever graced the game of football,
Cristiano
Ronaldo has continuously stood at the very top along with Lionel Messi for over a decade. These two living legends are clearly in a league of their own.
What is he doing? Is that after scoring a goal or what is this? Hi. And how old are they? I feel like soccer players are like they age the most in the realm of sports. Like they can get the oldest and still be good, you know?
And it's not even close. Trying to debate who's better between the two has been the sport's most heated argument. However, this isn't a video talking about who's better. That's a whole nother video in itself. Instead, we're gonna question just exactly what makes Ronaldo such a specimen as we examine some insane evidence that might prove that he definitely is not normal. What's going on, guys? It's your boy, Raymar, back again for another video, and today, we're gonna see if Cristiano Ronaldo is really human.
You always get like that random batch though of like just excellent phenomenons of like human body. Like the people, not Sojourner Truth, what am I talking about? Who's the woman? Flojo, the fastest woman in the world. No one since like the 80s or 90s has been able to beat her Olympic record. One of one. Lionel Messi's, Cristiano Ronaldo's. You get like these small batches of people that God threw into the gene pool who just makes the rest of us look like crap.
Ever since Cristiano Ronaldo was a child, he was never normal. Even from a young age, he was always different from the other kids. Ronaldo never had what you could call your typical childhood.
Neck.
As early as he can remember, he was already focused on football. Instead of playing for fun as a kid, he would already take it to a whole nother level. While most of us at a young age were probably just kicking around for fun, Cristiano Ronaldo took it extremely seriously. So much so that he would actually cry when he would pass the ball to teammates for potential assists and they miss. Not only in football, but in everything he did, he wanted to win and be the best. As young as he was, this inhumane competitive obsession to strive for greatness and improve himself and everyone around him made him a man among boys.
But how did they have all this like old footage of him though? Like people were already watching him way back then?
But at the age of 15, Cristiano Ronaldo was diagnosed with a racing heart arrhythmia. At rest, his heart would be beating like a normal person's heart would beat while they were running. Ronaldo was already an amazingly athletic player for his age, and this heart arrhythmia might have allowed him to exceed normal physical limits.
Yeah, so I was going to say, first of all, your heart is going to be way more healthy, but doesn't that put a strain on your heart as well? Like if it's always on overdrive, basically that means that your endurance will be higher. So just physically, genetically, he's already like more advanced, but I would fear that would put a strain on your heart after a while. Like it's constantly in overdrive.
However, his club at the time, Sporting CP, did not want to risk anything, so Ronaldo ended up getting heart surgery. And amazingly, just after a couple of days, Ronaldo would be back to training on the pitch.
So his football club made him get heart surgery? How can they make that call for someone? I mean, if there's millions of dollars on the line, but at the same time, what if he passed away on the operating table? Was that $1 million worth a goat, you know?
Ronaldo would continue to amaze in Portugal until he was finally noticed by the great Sir Alex Ferguson as being a potential generational talent that he had never seen before.
And he is.
And we know he's seen a lot. Ferguson knew immediately that he wanted Cristiano Ronaldo in Old Trafford. From his very first game, it was clear to the entire world that Cristiano Ronaldo was different. He would continue to improve and get even better, amazing even more people, and was quickly becoming recognized as one of the world's best at the age of 20. But he was still human. It wasn't until a few years later when all of a sudden he would evolve. English legend Gary Neville explains,
"Coming back from the 2006 World Cup was the one moment I remember him just completely changing."
Side note, this guy kind of looks like Vitzerk from Sidemen.
"Coming back from the 2006 World Cup was the one moment I remember him just completely changing. But just seemed to mature overnight, and his body completely changed, and in that instance I felt that's where the sort of big change was for me."
In 2006, after such a narrow loss against his future coach Zinedine Zidane in the World Cup semi-final, Cristiano Ronaldo dedicated that entire summer to transforming himself.
How do you
he
not
got
blow
much
out your
stronger,
knee?
faster, and quicker, which would elevate him to become the world's most dominant player. Cristiano Ronaldo.
That was so, like, do you see this? Like, it's a direct kick. It's like playing pool.
Which would elevate him to become the world's most dominant player.
Straight
Cristiano
through
Ronaldo
everybody.
has the most unbelievable discipline and work ethic of any footballer in existence. The amount of dedication he has into putting hard work is unparalleled and inhumane.
The goalie couldn't even try.
Ferdinand recalls when Ronaldo first joined the team, he would put on weights just to practice his stepovers, which he had never seen any other player doing before. United legend Paul Scholes even remembers how a young Ronaldo would always compete to be, and always was successfully, the first person to arrive at the training camp and the last one to leave.
Dedication, responsibility, determination, like just literally doing all the things that you need to do. Whenever you hear stories about these great athletes, they would train the longest, they would eat right. It was self-discipline, and he's mastered that.
Usually working on his weak foot or on his free kick techniques, which shows you the unreal level of dedication to improving himself even further and competing against his teammates before he even left his teenage years. Additionally, Ronaldo is so abnormally competitive that, according to former teammate Patrice Evra, after losing to Rio Ferdinand in a game of table tennis, he was so upset that he told his cousin to buy a table for him at home, where he trained 2 weeks just so he could come back and beat Rio Ferdinand in front of everyone. Which is something very similar to what Michael Jordan has once done when he also lost a match of table tennis and trained until he could beat all his teammates.
Okay, that's a bit much though, I feel like. Like, you always want to win, always want to beat everybody at everything. Not even just football, but table tennis? Let me know your thoughts.
Another strange thing about Ronaldo is that a lot of people say he seems to be very lucky. The ball always seems to find him, or he's always conveniently in the right place at the right time. However, the truth is that Cristiano Ronaldo has almost superhuman spatial intelligence. His awareness of his surroundings, his perfect timing, and the way he moves off the ball and positions himself almost makes it look like he can see a few seconds into the future.
It didn't even dawn on me that they turned off the light so he's not able to see where the ball is, basically, right? Like, he has to feel where it is, or just be able to assume where the ball will be. And that's what he just did in the dark.
That's why he's always there for that pivotal tap-in, or right there perfectly waiting for the ball to come to his feet, whether it's in a big pivotal game or your...
Wait, he said huge fake completely fools the defender.
Or right there perfectly waiting for the ball to come to his feet, whether it's in a big pivotal game or your simple league match.
That was nice.
Somehow, some way, Ronaldo always just seems to be in the right place at the right time. It's no coincidence. Or maybe the football gods have just blessed him with some insane luck.
I feel like it's both. So the football players have to be able to strike with both feet, because like I just saw, the only way he would have been able to make that goal is if he were to strike with his right leg. But you know, you have to be able to utilize both, or is it okay to have one dominant striker leg? Let me know.
Ronaldo is without a doubt the most athletic player to ever play football, and no one comes close. Like I mentioned before, he's always been a physical specimen, but his relentless hard work has transformed him into a superhuman. Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the fastest footballers in history, with a recorded speed of 33.6 kilometers or 20.9 miles per hour.
Jesus Christ. England's on there. Shout out to England's on there 3 times. And Manchester United. Twice. My favorite team. So you got No, Manchester United for Ecuador. Interesting. But yeah, you got a lot of United Kingdom players on here, so that's cool. But of course, you got Cristiano Ronaldo as well.
With a recorded speed of 33.6 kilometers or 20.9 miles per hour. Also, amazingly, Cristiano Ronaldo's vertical jump is an astounding 78 centimeters or 31 inches, which is 7 centimeters or 3 inches higher than the average NBA player, which is absolutely ridiculous. Gary Neville's reaction to Ronaldo's goal against Manchester United in the Champions League back in 2013 says it all.
I don't know how long he put me there. It was Michael Jordan-esque.
When you add that amazing speed and insane jumping ability, then...
Like, it's like, you can't even compete, though, because how are you can't even get the ball if he's a whole head ahead on top of you. It's insane. But let me know if y'all want a part 2. Let's get 700 likes on this video. Do have a video request over on Instagram, and subscribe if you're new here. Yeah.